So I'd start with the startup known as Digantra. Digantra is a space situational awareness observatory in the hill state of Uttarakhand for tracking satellites and space debris in the low Earth orbits and the geosynchronous Earth orbits to offer global space traffic management operations. So what this means is that as the number of satellites which are being launched into space are increasing, there's a lot of traffic actually there in space. So to manage the space traffic, this Digantra startup, it has been developed. And then there's one more startup which is known as Astroborn. It is a space and defense technology solutions company with a vision to make India a leader in the commercial spaceflight sector. What this startup is actually going to do is that in Asia, it is going to be the first private astronaut training facility. Also in India, it is going to be the first private training facility, and it will develop next generation of modules, which would carry astronauts into space, and it will be, supplying it to government and to commercial companies for use. As I said earlier, it will be Asia's first private astronaut training facility, and it will be giving a comprehensive training for aspiring astronauts from basic physical fitness to advanced spaceflight techniques. And then one more thing is that one more interesting startup which I know of, it is Space Aura. So Space Aura, it is something which is capturing the space tourism market. Space tourism means, enabling common people who are not astronauts, or who are not highly skilled aerospace engineers, enabling them to go into space and enjoy the beauty of space, right? Bellatrix Aerospace, it is an R&D company specializing in the development of in-space propulsion system for satellites. So what this means is that Bellatrix Aerospace is actually trying to develop some kind of an air taxi, which will take satellite from one orbit into another orbit, right? So as you see, I've shown here a constellation of satellites. They are all, orbiting the Earth in different planes, right? Now, if I want to, take a satellite from here, say I want to put it into a different orbit, I just want to change my location of the satellite so that I'm able to get a different data or the different viewpoint of the Earth. What Bellatrix is aiming to do is that it is going to create new propulsion systems which can actually carry one satellite from one orbit into another orbit. Once we set a satellite into orbit, it is designed in such a way that it is going to stay in that same orbit for years, right? So it is very innovative that what Bellatrix is trying to do. It is no, their idea, as I said, it's developing of an air taxi or a space taxi to just move a satellite from one location to another location, or from one elliptical orbit to another elliptical orbit, right? And then the last one, which I would like to say, is Dhruva Aerospace. So what Dhruva Aerospace is doing, it is developing exceptionally small satellite systems, to go into space. So as the electronics technology is also advancing, the satellites which have many electrical and electronic instruments on board, they are just getting smaller and smaller and smaller in size. So this is what Dhruva Aerospace is doing. They are developing micro and nano satellites, which could be sent into space.